going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Enjoy huge savings on our complete lineup of GMC Sierras and GMC Terrains. Full-size and powerful GMC Sierra at $13,500 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Drive away in the stylish GMC Terrain as low as $395 a month. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
And starting things off for the Panthers here in the first inning. Runners at second and third, nobody out. And that'll bring up the 3-hole hitter and the man on the mound today for the Starr's Mill Panthers, Parker Williams. Again, 2 games already this week between these two. Starr's Mill won the first 2 games 5-2 and 6-5. And now looking to take advantage here with runners in scoring position and nobody out in the first. Hit out of play by Williams. No balls, 1 strike. Right now, Starr's Mill number 9 in 4A, Northside number 13. And that one hit down the line, foul. Got an 0-2 count now on Parker Williams. Outside with the waist pitch, he doesn't chase, and it's now 1-2. Williams a step back in the box with the open stance from the left side. And almost went after the high fastball that time, lays off, and that evens the count 2-2. And if those of you for watching that were before the game started here, as that one's fouled back and Williams stays alive, you were able to watch Northside take part in military appreciation here for the pregame festivities. You saw the people go out onto the field. We had the first pitch thrown and the color guard out on the field as well. Sam Laney looking to try and get out of trouble here, hoping to get either a pop-up or a strikeout here with a 2-2 count. Inside corner, he's going to get him looking. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to call that one a ball. Either me or the umpire need to call up our sponsor, Gordy Eye Care. And that one fouled, spoiled out of play again, that time by Parker Williams as he continues to battle. And we'll see another payoff pitch here upcoming with runners at second and third, nobody out here at the top of the first. Another ball game going on today in the region that's going to affect the playoff standings. You've got Harris County playing Central Carrollton today. They've split the first 2, lined out to second base, picked up in the double play, unassisted by Harrison Cerna. Gets the line out at second and beats Mothershed to the bag for the second out. And that's a big turnaround here for the Northside defenses. They've gone from runners at second and third, nobody out, to a runner at third with 2 down.
Now batting number 3, Rain.
And that'll bring up Brock Rain, the third baseman, and the cleanup hitter with 2 down in the top of the first. Brody Whitman still 90 feet away from breaking open the score here as it's still knotted up at 0. Low and outside across the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Breaking ball, able to tip that one foul to the screen, and now he's behind the count 0-2. And Sam Laney way ahead here. Expect a pitch off the plate to try and get Rain to chase it. And off into the left-handed batter's box. It'll be a 1-2 count. One ball, 2 strike pitch from Laney. Breaking ball, just got a piece of it that time, did Rain. And he'll battle to stay alive and keep it a 1-2 count. And he's going to hit that one down the left side. Chasing it down is Thomason. He gets in the corner. And he'll make the grab for the third out of the inning, and Laney able to work out of the second and third nobody out situation. And he'll come away with it here as Starr's Mill gets no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom half of the first. It's still knotted up at 0 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And we're back here at Northside High School for Game 3 of the series. Northside trying to salvage a win here in Game 3 as they lost the first 2 games, 5-2 and 6-5. Big top half of the first inning for the Northside defense as Starr's Mill was able to start things off with a single and a double to put runners at second and third, nobody out. And then Harrison Cerna catching the liner out at second base and beating the runner back to the bag to get the double play. And that one's hit out to short by Chris Biggs. And thrown over by Schwarzrock in time with Mattingly stretching out to get it. It's a 6-3 put out. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Harrison Cerna, second baseman who made that great defensive play in the top half of the first to nullify the threat. Cerna comes in 273 on the season with 19 runs scored, 10 RBIs, and 4 doubles. And he'll hit the first one into the 5-6 hole for a base hit. So far here in this first inning, Cerna contributing on the field and at the plate as he'll reach first base. Now to put a runner on with 1 down for the Patriots. And now to bring up the pitcher, Sam Laney. Sam Laney coming into the ball game, 407 on the season, 13 runs, 21 RBIs, 9 doubles, and 2 triples. And with Cerna out there at first base, 4 steals on the season. Inside, but he's going to call that one a strike. And it's an 0-1 count to Sam Laney. Here with 1 on and 1 down in the bottom of the first. Breaking ball. Just off the plate that time, and it'll even the count 1-1. Parker Williams, a lefty, also hits lefty. The one that lined into that double play in the top half. And the pickoff move over to first. Cerna gets back easily. And Parker Williams from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt, that'll get away from Brisky, and taking off for second is Cerna. And he'll get in there on the wild pitch. And that'll run the count to Laney to 2-1 now with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. And a little bit of time on the mound there. Williams back in the stretch as he toes the rubber. Here in the and fouled back. And that'll even things up 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at second base for the Patriots here at the bottom half of the Carroll Purdue State Farm first inning. And poked out towards right center field, chasing it down. It's not going to get there. That's going to keep rolling all the way to the wall. Coming around to score will be Harrison Cerna. And into second base, standing up is Sam Laney with the big RBI double to break open the scoring here in the first inning for Northside and give them the lead 1-0. As Laney helping himself out there with a hit on the at the plate. As he's on the mound today for Northside. And coming in to run for him at second as courtesy runner will be Jackson Taylor. So he'll be running the rest of the way here in the inning for Sam Laney as he goes back to the dugout, being the pitcher on the mound today for the Patriots. And now Noah Fair, the catcher, steps into the box against Parker Williams. Fair batting .429 on the season. And he'll hit that over to third base. The high chopper gets the rain, and he makes the throw across the Mattingly in time for the 5-3 putout. And with Taylor out at second base, we'll have 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Ashton Bailey. Bailey, the designated hitter today. .435 batting average on the season with 7 runs scored, 14 RBIs, and 3 doubles. And a little bit low that time for a ball to start him off. .1-0 count to Ashton Bailey. Over the plate that time for a strike and is now evened up 1-1. And foul out of play over the first base dugout, and it's now 1-2. Base hit could bring in Taylor from second. Try to put a crooked number on the board for the Patriots here in the bottom half of the first. And chopped high over the head of the third baseman. It's going to drop, and keeping running around is Taylor. He comes home. The play at the plate, not in time as Brisky drops the ball, and it's going to be another single for Bailey. On the RBI, he'll make his way to second on the throw home. And it's now 2-0 Patriots here in the bottom of the first. Again, it's going to be a tight region here in 4A between Starr's Mill, Harris County, Northside, and Central Carrollton. As right now you look at the top of the standings, Starr's Mill 11-0 after taking the first 2 games of this series. Northside dropping to 9-2. Harris County and Central Carrollton both 10-1 so far in region play. First pitch is going to be off the plate to Max Thrash. Third baseman today for the Patriots. Thrash .308 on the season with 16 runs scored, 18 RBIs, and 1 triple. They look to continue this early onslaught here against Parker Williams and the Panthers. Fouled out of play that time. And that'll even the count up at 1-1. Northside coming in batting .344 as a team for the season. Now one hit into the right center gap, chasing it down, and just getting there in time with a sliding catch was the right fielder Rogers, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. As that one almost dropped to the ground and kept the inning going, but instead Northside gets 2 runs on 3 hits here in the bottom of the first as they take the lead, and we head to the second here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
A strong workout means a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to 6 new amenities only at PF, like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, rebound, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
You gotta try this.
Join Planet Fitness today and get your first month free for just $1 down, $24.99 a month, no commitment. Deal ends March 13th.
New Black Card Spa amenities. Even stronger value.
And we're back here for the top of the second. Laney on the mound. Up to bat. First pitch low to Jacob Hogan, the designated hitter for the Panthers. Hit out to short. Chris Biggs comes up with it and throw across to Freiberg in time for the out. And a quick 6-3 put out here to start the second inning. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Atlee Schwarzrock. Starr's Mill coming out of Fayette County. About an hour and a half away from here. And that one hit out towards left field. Getting under it is Thomason. And calling him off is the center fielder, Taft. He'll make the grab. And that's a second out of the inning. And that'll be nobody on, 2 down here in the top of the second. That'll bring up the first baseman, John Mattingly, not to be confused with Don. Breaking ball from Laney over the plate for a strike, and it's now 0-1. Breaking ball just off the inside corner, and it evens it up 1-1. Not a lot of corners being called early in this ball game. And that time he gets one across the black, and that was going to get called, and it's 1-2. And he'll chop it one that was almost headed right at him. More of a defensive swing that time just to keep from getting hit, and that'll keep the count 1-2. As that went out there to Coach Mosley for the Starr's Mill Panthers. He scoops it up. And just a little bit low, must have been, I'm guessing so. 2-2 count. And swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's the first strikeout of the ball game for Sam Laney. And the Starr's Mill Panthers go down in order, 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It's still 2-0 Patriots here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big. For the...
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
back everybody to Northside High School as we get to the bottom half of the second. 7-8-9 due up for the Patriots here against Parker Williams and the Starr's Mill Panthers. As Northside able to get 2 runs in the bottom half of the first to jump out to an early lead here, and that'll bring up Jay Sheehan, the right fielder for the Northside Patriots. And he'll hit one short, coming into charging and getting in his rain. Throw across in the dirt. That's going to go wild, and running up to second base is Sheehan. And he'll slide in safely. Trying to decide whether to make that a hit or an error, depending on how close that ball was at first base, how close Sheehan was to beating that one out. We're going to say that was an E5. So E5 from Rain on the throw over to first base, and that'll bring up Noah Thomason. The left fielder steps up to the plate where the runner in scoring position and nobody out here in the bottom of the second. And he'll foul the first one back to the screen. Thomason batting .250 on the season with 11 runs scored and 10 RBIs. Squaring around, pulling it back is Thomason. And that'll even the count up at 1-1. Sheehan out at second base after reaching and getting an extra bag on the throwing error by the third baseman, Rain. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Squaring around again, he's going to lay that one down, but it's going to go off the body for a foul ball. And it's now 1-2 count. Here with Noah Thomason. Squares around with 2 strikes. He's going to foul that one back, and he's going to be out. On the fouled bunt attempt. So that'll give us 1 down here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Brody Taft. Taft batting .350 on the season. 9 runs scored, 5 RBIs, no extra base hits yet for Taft. And he'll sky the first one up in the air right at the mound. Being called off. Rain gets Williams to break away from it that time, and he'll catch the pop-up. On the infield that time, nobody covering third, but they would have been able to get there in time to stop Sheehan from making the advance. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order for the Northside Patriots. And Chris Biggs will step up to the plate, batting .421 on the season. 29 runs scored, 15 RBIs, 7 doubles, 2 home runs. Grounded out to short, his first time at the plate, 0 for 1 on the day. And they're going to see if he went for it or not. Appeal, he's going to say he didn't. Couldn't really change it up from that perspective anyway, just the angle of the base umpire right now. Wouldn't be able to see if the bat crossed the plane regardless. And it's now a 2-0 count on Biggs. And he's going to foul that one up in the air. Popped up. Rain and Schwarzrock both kind of battling over it, but Rain wins and gets another pop-up this time. That'll be the 3rd out of the second inning. So in the bottom half of the second, Northside, no runs, 1 error, no hits, 1 left on base. We head to the 3rd. It's still 2-0 Patriots here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Both Chevy Silverado and Traverse are ready for you. Get supplier pricing today on all new Chevy Silverado 1500s with up to $13,500 off. Or get a loaded Traverse, the roomy Chevy SUV with third row seating, and enjoy up to $6,000 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Smart people from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Get ready to smile.
And we're back here for the top half of the third. Starr's Mill Panthers taking on the Northside Patriots. And first pitch is going to be a call to ball this time, and Kyler Rogers at the plate. Outside ball 2. Ball 1-1. I'm sorry. I thought the first pitch, I didn't see the call. And that's going to be chopped out towards the third baseman. Coming in is Thrash and makes the throw across. And that was Brisky. My apologies. Daniel Brisky, the catcher, hitting that time.
Now batting for Starr's Mill, Ivaska.
So now nobody on, one down here in the top of the third. It'll be Tanner Ivaska. And that's going to be called a strike. And we're going to get strike 2. 1-2 count now on the left fielder for Starr's Mill. And that'll even things up now. 2-2 on the Starr's Mill left fielder. Nobody on, one down here in the top of the third. Off the plate, runs the count full. And he'll pop that one up towards second base. Cerna back on the grass. He'll make the grab for the second out of the inning. Now nobody on, 2 down here in the top of the third. Now to bring us back to the top of the order for Starr's Mill, Brody Whitman.
Now batting for the Panthers, Whitman.
The center fielder had a base hit to left field through the 5-6 hole in the first inning to start the ball game off. 1 for 1 on the day. And he'll poke that one out towards left field as well. Coming over is Taft. Calls off Thomason. Makes the grab as he's under it for the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Panthers. Here in the top half, it's still 2-0 Northside here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Taylor back here at Northside High School for the game here in the region matchup between the Northside Patriots and the Starr's Mill Panthers. As Northside up 2-0 here in a game they need. 9-2 in the region standing. Starr's Mill 11-0. First pitch to Harrison Cerna. Here going to say he went for it. Couldn't check his swing that time as Cerna started the ball game off in the 2-hole with a base hit out to left field. Came around to score the first run of the ball game for the Patriots. 1 for 1 on the day. Swing and a miss on the outside pitch and is now 0-2. And he'll spoil that one and stay alive here. Keep the count 0-2 with a foul ball out of play behind the screen here. Outside on the waist pitch. He doesn't chase it. It's now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Parker Williams. And chopping it over to the left side. Third baseman Rain comes up with it. Makes the throw across, and it's going to be a 5-3 putout. Here to start off the third inning. And that'll bring us back to the 3-hole hitter, Sam Laney, with the RBI double in the first inning.
Now batting for the Patriots, the pitcher, number 5, Sam Laney.
1 for 1 on the day so far with an RBI. Was relieved on the base pass by Jackson Taylor, who came around to score the second run of the ball game. And that one hit over to third base again. Rain trying to stop it there. Bad hop as that went up towards the face area that time. Hard chopper down the line by Sam Laney. Rain trying to shake that one off. And with that high chopper that time, we're going to give Sam Laney the infield hit. Not a whole lot you can do with that if you were Rain out there at third base. Not a whole lot you can do with it. And Taylor will come back into the ball game to courtesy run for Laney as they all check on him over there at third base. Seems to be good to go here. And now coming up to bat to be the cleanup hitter, Noah Fair coming up to the plate, grounded out to third his first time up. Oh for 1 on the day with a runner at first here and 1 down in the bottom of the third. Northside with a 2-0 lead. And the move over to first, not in time. Taylor gets back easily. Breaking ball off the plate, 1-0. And that'll be skied in the air, going back forward to Schwarzrock. And he'll make the grab on the outfield grass for the pop-up in the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the 5-hole hitter, Ashton Bailey. The designated hitter, 1 for 1 on the day, had an RBI in the first inning. Was able to drive in Jackson Taylor for the second run of the ball game. He'll step back to the plate here. As first pitch low. And the pitch from Williams. And taken off with the pickoff move was Taylor. And he's going to be safe under the tag. And get the stolen base does Jackson Taylor off the bad throw over to second base from Mattingly to Schwarzrock. A little bit high that time. Schwarzrock unable to get the tag down in time to get Taylor out. As Parker Williams with a good pickoff move over there. Always tough to know when to get a lead off and when to take off the second base when you've got a lefty on the mound. And he'll go for that one that time, and it's going to be a strike. 0-2 count to Ashton Bailey. And poked out to right center field, charging in to get it is going to be Rogers. He'll make the grab. And on the fly out to right, that'll end the threat. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left on base for Northside as we head to the top half of the fourth. Still 2-0, Patriots on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Back here at Northside High School as we hit to the top of the fourth inning here. Northside Patriots with a 2-0 lead over the Starr's Mill Panthers. Maddox Mothershed ready to step into the box here, the second baseman with a double to left in the first inning. And he'll foul that one off the screen. It's an 0-1 count. Take this little bit of time here to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, Gordy Eye Care. We had another show earlier today with Thrift and Rich out there in Opelika at Glenn Smith Chevrolet. That and flared out towards short. And Chris Biggs comes up with the catch. As the ball was dropped on the transfer when he was going to flip it over to Harrison Cerna. So on the line out to short, that'll be the first out of the fourth inning, and that'll bring up Parker Williams. Hit into that double play in the first inning when it was runners at second and third, nobody out. Hit a line out to Harrison Cerner, who's able to get to the bag and beat Mothershed back for the second out. And that's the last bit of damage Starr's Mill's been able to do so far in this ball game. And outside for the ball, and it evens it up 1-1. Right now, Harris County with a 2-0 lead in the top of the fourth over Central Carrollton. As all four teams vying for playoff positioning here in 4A. Right now, Starr's Mill in first place at 11-0, but Northside trying to get them out the undefeated column here and climb to 10-2 in the region themselves. In the dirt from Laney. As we spoke about earlier, really the top four in the region are the already set, as it's a 3-1 count to Parker Williams. Outside, and he'll walk him on 5 pitches. And that's the first base runner to reach base for Starr's Mill since Maddox Mothershed with that double in the first inning. So now coming back up, the third baseman, Brock Rain. Flew out to center field his first time up as we got 1 on, 1 out here in the top half of the fourth of a 2-0 ball game. Patriots with the lead. Off the plate, 1-0. And talking about the region standings right now with the 7 teams, you've got Griffin, Jonesboro, and Mundy's all battling to stay out of the cellar. And the top 4 already pretty much in line as of last week. Now it's just going to be a matter of how they line up going into the playoffs. Again, Starr's Mill comes into the ballgame 11-0. Harris County and Central Carrollton are tied at 10-1. Northside 9-2. Breaking ball. Breaks over a little bit high that time for another ball. And it's a 2-0 count. Laney trying to get back into the strike zone here as he walked Williams to get him on base. And that one's going to be called. Strike on the outside corner across the knees, and it's now 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and it's all knotted up. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 down in the 4th. If you weren't unable to make it here pregame, you missed out on Ricky Rogers serenading everybody over the PA with the Military Appreciation Night, and that's going to be a strikeout. And a big one there with a breaking ball to Brock Rain. 2nd strikeout of the ball game for Sam Laney. That'll bring up Jacob Hogan. The designated hitter grounded out to Chris Biggs at short, his first time up to lead off the 2nd. And the throw over to first, not in time. A little bit of a high throw on the pickoff move by Laney. Breaking ball, stays high that time, and it's 1-0. And that's going to be hit out into right center field, chasing it down as it goes near the wall that time. Coming up with it is Sheehan. The throw in, Biggs gets it at second base, and that'll keep Parker Williams over at third base. And we'll have runners at the corners. First base hit of the ball game since the second batter of the ball game. That puts runners at the corners with 2 down for Starr's Mill, and Atlee Schwarzrock steps up to the plate, the shortstop for the Panthers. Flew out to center field his first time up, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Laney trying to get out of a little bit of a jam here with 2 down in the 4th. Swing and a miss, strike 1. See if at some point here in this at bat, Hogan doesn't try to take off for second. Try to get rid of the force out as well as put 2 runners in scoring position for the Panthers. And that fouled out of play. Now no balls, 2 strikes. And Sam Laney way ahead in the count here against Atlee Schwarzrock. And that one skied in the air. Not able to get to it as it went out of play was Freiberg. And that keeps the count, no balls, 2 strikes. See if Laney tries to go a little bit off the plate here, see if he can get Schwarzrock to chase one. Whether it's high or a little bit low and outside, but don't want to give up a hit here with 2 runners on with 2 strikes. And that one just over the head that time, so 1-2 count. And the 1-2 pitch from Laney from the stretch. Hit over to third base into the glove of Thrash. The throw over to second. Cerna makes the grab for the 5-4 putout. And that'll end the threat here in the 4th inning. Starr's Mill, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left on base. We'll head to the bottom half of the 4th. It's still 2-0 Northside on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Enjoy huge savings on our complete lineup of GMC Sierras and GMC Terrains. Full-size and powerful GMC Sierra at $13,500 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Drive away in the stylish GMC Terrain as low as $395 a month. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile!
And we're back here at Northside High School for the region matchup here, Game 3 of the series between the Patriots and the Starr's Mill Panthers. And big inning to get out of there in the top half with runners at the corners and 2 down. Thrash able to make the play defensively and get the throw over to Cerna in time to get the runner at second to end the inning and the threat. And Thrash now back up to the plate here. 0 for 1 in the ball game, flew out to right as he takes the first pitch outside for a ball. And he'll pop that one up in the air. Coming in to get it, center fielder Whitman makes the grab for the put out and the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring Jay Shehane to the plate. Shehane 0 for 1 of the day. Reached on an E5 and got to second base to start off the second inning, but was stranded there as the Patriots went down in order behind him. So now Shehane back to the plate here, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Over the plate on the inside, half's called a strike, and it's 0-1. Sure, Harris County going against what they like to do right here and root for Northside to win this ball game so they at least get into a tie if they beat Central Carrollton for first place in the region going into next week. Outside for a ball. Shehane stepping back into the box here for the Patriots here against Parker Williams. Outside, ball 3. So 3-1 count to Shehane. Hitters count, and he can wait for the perfect pitch here. Doesn't have to chase anything. And that'll be in the dirt and a 5-pitch walk. Shehane heads over to first base for the second time today. He's on the base pass. That'll bring Noah Thomason up, the left fielder. But not before we have a timeout called. Coach Mosley making his way out to the mound to have a conversation with Williams. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change after that walk. And we'll find out who's coming in. And we'll take a break here while he gets ready to warm up. We'll be back in just a moment. 2-0 Patriots. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Georgia, Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And we're back here for the Northside Stars Mill matchup on Georgia Alabama Sports Live as we got a pitching change on the mound. Seth Lanson will toe the rubber now in place of Parker Williams. Parker Williams, 3 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, still responsible for Sheehan that's out at first base. 1 walk, 1 strikeout on the day through 3 1/3 for Parker Williams. And Seth Lanson will now step onto the mound. It's faced Noah Thomason. Thomason 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Looking to take advantage here, see what the new pitcher has. As you went from a tall, lanky lefty to now a little bit of a shorter righty. And first pitch high for a ball, 1-0. So 1 on, 1 out here in the 4th inning for the Patriots. And over the outside corner for a strike. The snap throw over to first, not in time. As Mattingly gathers that one up. So 1-1 count to Noah Thomason. 1 on, 1 out for the Patriots here in the bottom half of the 4th. And breaking ball hit out towards center field. Under it is Whitman. Makes the grab for the 2nd out. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Brody Taft, who popped up to Rain over at third base in the 2nd inning. So now here we are, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. 1 on base after the 5-pitch walk to Sheehan that ran Parker Williams out of the ball game. Brought Seth Lanson in, and now he's here facing Brody Taft, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Squaring around the bunt as Taft pulls back. And it's going to be high for a ball. As the umpire stops play to do a little house cleaning. And we're back set for play here. Brody Taft at the plate. Seth Lanson on the mound. Across the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 count. Jay Sheehan over at first base, 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. Poked down the line, foul. As Taft just ahead of that one that time, and it makes it a 1-2 count. 1-2 count to Taft here with 2 down in the 4th. Breaking ball out in front of that one, but he's able to get enough contact to hit another one foul and stay alive. Still 1-2. 2 down in the 4th in a game 3 of this series between Starr's Mill Panthers and the Northside Patriots. And he threw that breaking ball outside. Taft didn't chase it, and now evens up the count, 2-2. Taking off for second base is Sheehan, and Taft hits another one foul out of play to stay alive. Making Lanson work a little bit here on the mound. he'll sky another one out of play as Taft continues to spoil pitches from Lanson. Trying to time up this new pitcher in the ball game. Lanson came in relief of Parker Williams after he went 3 1/3. And he'll hit that one up in the air again. It'll go out of play as well. As I'm pretty sure you're going to see some players going out here to fetch some foul balls. Seeing as these balls are about $10. Not cheap for a baseball program to keep a stock of good baseballs here. And 2-2 count. The pitch up coming from Lanson to Taft. And he's going to foul another one back as Sheehan was taken off for second. Just trying to keep those legs warm out on the base paths. Brody Taft doing his best Brett Butler impersonation for those you old folks who like watching baseball back in the 80s and 90s. And he'll hack at that one, though. He'll take off for first base as it was already emptied. No longer occupied as Sheehan was attempting to steal second. He's going to get thrown out. The 2-3 put out on the strikeout, and there's going to be no runs, no hits, no errors. One left on base for the Patriots as we're through 4 with a 2-0 ball game here on Georgia, Alabama.
Our event center offers stunning river views, elegant spaces, and a brand new riverside tent. Perfect for weddings, receptions, and special gatherings, rain or shine. Whether you're here to relax, explore, or create lasting memories, City Mills is where history meets hospitality.
And we're back here for the top of the 5th here at Northside in the matchup between the Panthers and the Patriots. And we've got another change on the mound here. Is coming in relief of Sam Laney. Ashton Bailey on the rubber. Laney went 4 innings of 3 hit ball, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Efficient day for the senior as he moves over to first base. Bailey with a breaking ball, and in the glove of Thrash that time. The throw across wasn't able to be scooped up by Laney. And unable to go to second base as Laney hopped up quickly to get to it. As Thrash made a great play with the glove, just couldn't get the throw over. And they're going to award him second base. They're going to say the ball went to the dugout. Oh, they're going to say obstruction. I guess they're going to say Laney got in the way of him getting up and moving that time. Not sure. But either way, Mattingly reaches base on the E5. That'll bring up Daniel Brisky, the catcher, as they award second base to Mattingly, saying it was interference over at first base as Laney was trying to scoop the ball and then try to get to the ball, so not sure where the interference came, especially from 90 feet away. And then into Harrison Cerna, scoops it up the throw quickly over to first. And it's a 4-3 put out here, the first out of the 5th inning. As they try to get out of this one with Ashton Bailey coming in relief. And that'll bring Tanner Avoska back to the plate here. 0 for 1 on the day with a pop up to second. And he'll hit the first pitch foul off the arm of Bailey. And that one so 1-1 pitch. I had to look around. I wasn't sure if he called it a strike or not, but apparently not. And that's going to get hit up the middle to Biggs. Biggs makes the throw over to first to Laney in time for the second out. And that'll bring the run home on the unearned run after he reached on the error over at third base. And there's now 2 down here in the 5th, and the ball game's 2-1. And we're back to the top of the order with Brody Whitman at the plate. 1 for 2 on the day with a hit to left field in the first to lead the ball game off, and then flew out to center in the third to end that inning. And those keeping up throughout the region as that one's chopped foul towards the third base dugout. Harris County and Central Carrollton are tied at 2 in the top of the 5th in that rubber match as they split the first 2 games. And breaking ball on the outside half for striking us now 0-2. Outside and low that time on the waste pitch. Good pitch that time by Ashton Bailey. But Whitman doesn't chase, and that runs the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with 2 down in the 5th. Hit up the middle, snagged by Cerna by the bag for the 3rd out of the inning. And that ends any kind of threat Starr's Mill had to think of there in the 5th inning as they get 1 unearned run on no hits, 1 error, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom half. 2-1 ball game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And we're back here for the bottom half of the 5th as Northside, top of the order, due up 1-2-3 in a 2-1 ball game. Chris Biggs looking to lead things off for the Patriots. Lanson still on the mound for Starr's Mill. And Chris Biggs 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to short and a pop up to third. And he'll take the first pitch from Lanson high and inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Breaking ball stays high to keep it 2-0 now. Roped out to left field. It's going to drop for a base hit, and Biggs leads off the 5th inning by getting on base. Now to bring up Harrison Cerna. Made a couple of great defensive plays today, as well as 1 for 2 at the plate with a run scored. Had a base hit to left field in the 1st inning and then grounded out to 3rd in the 3rd inning. And he gets ready to hit up to the plate here, getting the signals from Coach Powell out at 3rd base. We'll see if they've got Cerna squaring around here, playing a little small ball with Biggs at 1st base and nobody out. And he's going to poke that one out to the right side. Slow roller to 2nd base. They're going to say he's safe in there on the throw. And that'll be an infield hit for Harrison Cerna. His 2nd hit of the ball game. And he's now 2 for 3, and that puts runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out in the 5th.
Now batting for the Patriots.
Sam Laney will step up to the plate now, starting pitcher on the day. Relieved after 4 by Ashton Bailey, but he moved over to 1st base, still in the ball game. 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI double in the 1st and an infield hit in the 3rd. Squaring around the bunt, pulls it back on the low pitch, and it's a 1-0 count. And back in the box is Laney. Back on the rubber is Lanson, and we'll get ready for the 1-0 pitch. 2 on, nobody out in the 5th in a 2-1 ball game. Laney squaring, pulling back. Another one low below the knees as that one drops and makes it 2-0. And he'll step back in the box, more than likely squaring around again here with a 2-0 count. And he does so. And he'll lay that one down as it gets over to Lanson. He tries to make the throw over to 3rd in time, and he'll make it. As that one, Lanson pounced off the mound quickly to make that play there for the 1-5 putout. And Laney will get to 1st base on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring the cleanup hitter up, Noah Fair.
Now batting for the Patriots, the catcher, number 13.
Laney just hit that a little bit too hard up the middle that time instead of angling it towards one of the lines, and Lanson able to take advantage and get the lead runner. So as Biggs heads to the dugout on the fielder's choice, we've got Cerna on 2nd, Laney on 1st, and Noah Fair, the catcher at the plate, 0 for 2 on the ball game with a ground out to 3rd and a pop up to short. And he'll take the 1st pitch across the corner on the breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Big inning right here with 2 on in a 1-run ball game for the Patriots. They want to try to get a big win here in the region against Starr's Mill. Swing and a miss, and he's now behind in the count, 0-2. Hard to get a solid hit when it's a breaking ball on the outside and you're swinging looking out towards left. So let's see if Fair makes the adjustment here with 2 strikes. Tries to fight and battle here and get back into the at-bat. Outside, try to get him to chase one, does Lanson. And Fair watches it into the mid of Brisky that time, and it's now 1-2. So the 1-2 pitch from Lanson to Fair. High, and he lets that one go, and that evens the count 2-2. In the on-deck circle, pitcher Ashton Bailey coming in relief of Laney. 1 for 2 on the day for him as well. He's already got 1 RBI base hit in the ball game. And that one skied up in the air over towards 1st base. Chasing it down is Mattingly. And that's going to be out of play and drop foul, and Fair stays alive here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on for the Northside. Here in the bottom of the 5th. get back set for play here now. High, ball 3, and now Noah Fair has come back to run it full after being down 0-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Fair back in the box with 2 on for the Patriots. Looking to get an insurance run here in the 5th. And he's going to get him looking on the outside corner as he watches the breaking ball cross the black. And that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring up Ashton Bailey, the designated hitter, 1 for 2 on the day.
Now batting for the Patriots.
Had an RBI base hit in the 1st and then flew out to right in the 3rd inning. Started off the game as a designated hitter, then moved to the mound in relief of Sam Laney. As he's in the box now here, 2 on, 2 out. Watches the first one, a breaking ball over the outside corner for a strike. And the 0-1 pitch from Lanson. Poked foul, out of play, and it's 0-2. And Bailey way behind here. Looking to get out of a big jam as it started off 1st and 2nd, nobody out. And it's still 1st and 2nd, now 2 down. After the failed bunt attempt by Sam Laney and then the strikeout by Fair. Outside on the waste pitch, and it's now 1-2. Outside and low. That'll even it up 2-2 here on Ashton Bailey. Outside, full count. Says 2 consecutive batters for the Patriots now to go from down 0-2 to running the count full. Let's see if this time Ashton Bailey can take advantage and maybe get a pitch he likes here and put one out into the gap. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the breaking ball from Seth Lanson. And he gets out of that one after it was a big threat by the Patriots. 1st and 2nd, nobody out, nobody scores, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on as we head to the top half of the 6th. 2-1 ball game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Going on right now at Glenn Smith and Opelika.
Enjoy huge savings on our complete lineup of GMC Sierras and GMC Terrains. Full-size and powerful GMC Sierra at $13,500 off.
Buy today and make no payments for 120 days.
Drive away in the stylish GMC Terrain as low as $395 a month. People from all over the USA buy from Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Check us out 24/7 at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
A strong workout means a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to 6 new amenities only at PF, like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, rebound, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
You gotta try this.
Join Planet Fitness today and get your first month free for just $1 down, $24.99 a month, no commitment. Deal ends March 13th.
New Black Card Spa amenities, even stronger value.
2 runs on 6 hits. They've left 6 on base and committed 1 error defensively as well. As we get down to the nitty-gritty of the ball game here, it's game 3. Starr's Mill took the first 2 again, 5-2 and 6-5. As Northside looking to salvage a win here and try to climb up and possibly tie either Harris County or Central Carrollton, whoever loses that ball game today, for 3rd place in the region. Fouled back off the bat of Maddox Mothershed, 0-1 count. And right now, looking at the score, Harris County leads Central Carrollton 4-2 going into the bottom of the 5th up there in Carrollton. And squares around that time. It's going to pop up in the air. That time picked up by Bailey. The throw over to first in time. On the bang play, the 5-3 put out on the bunt. As Ashton Bailey showing off the arm that time, coming in from 3rd, had to avoid the legs of Chris Biggs as he slid over to the ball off the mound. And that'll bring Parker Williams up to the plate here with 1 down, nobody on in the top half of the 6th. Williams 0 for 1 on the day. Lined out into a double play in the 1st inning and then walked and was stranded at 3rd in the 4th. Fouled back off the screen. It's an 0-1 count. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Biggs. Pitching out of the stretch with nobody on. Hit out towards right center field. Chasing it back is Taft. And that one's off the base of the wall. And it's going to be a long double that time off the bat of Parker Williams. His first hit of the ball game. But it was a big one. And that puts a runner in scoring position now for Starr's Mill with 1 down for Brock Rain, the 3rd baseman. Rain 0 for 2 in the ball game with a fly out to center and a strikeout in the 4th. As Parker Williams was about 4 feet away from putting one over the wall out in right center field, then tying this ball game up. Now 1 on, 1 out here in the 6th. Rain at the plate. Chris Biggs on the rubber. And he'll step off. Make sure he gets the pitch he wants here. Make sure they got the signals on the same page with a runner out at 2nd base. Fastball. Snap throw down to 2nd to Cerna. Not in time. Williams gets back easily, standing. And it's going to be a 1-0 count here to Brock Rain. Fouled back off the screen, and that'll make the count 1-1. Cerna playing right near the bag there. He breaks back over in a position, and that ball is going to be low and outside to make the count 2-1. And that was going to be chopped out to Biggs. Biggs pounces on it. Throw over to first. They're going to say it was a foul ball. Off the body that time of Brock Rain while he was standing in the box, and that'll make the count 2-2. As Coach Powell goes out to get an explanation as to why that ball was foul. I didn't see it hit off the body of Rain. It hit the plate, bounced up towards the mound, and the plate still considered fair territory. If it doesn't touch anybody in the field of play, that's going to be a fair ball. Let's see if they discuss this one and come away with a different outcome. And they're going to make up some reason for why it's still a foul ball. As we'll head back for play here is Noah Fair and Chris Biggs having a conversation on the mound now. Make sure they're on the same page here with 2 balls, 2 strikes on the next pitch coming up. 1 down in the top of the 6th with a runner at second and Parker Williams after that big double off the wall in right center. Breaking ball, gets him as it foul, tips into the mid of fair. Strikeout for Chris Biggs, and that couldn't have come at a better time as now there's 2 down in the 6th. Strikeouts have been hard to come by here in this ball game. That's just the 3rd time that a Starr's Mill Panther has gone down with a K. 2nd time for Brock Rain to go down swinging, and that'll bring up Jacob Hogan, the designated hitter, 1 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to short and had a flare hit out to right in the 4th. He's going to hit that one up the middle, coming over for it, and off the glove, but able to corral it is Max Thrash, and he makes the play. Able to keep his focus, get the ball after it popped out of the glove, and make the throw over to first for the big 6-3 putout. And that ends the threat by the Panthers. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. As we head to the bottom half of the 6th, it's still 2-1 Patriots on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
A strong workout needs a strong recovery. And with your Planet Fitness Black Card, you get access to 6 new amenities only at PF, like the Red Light Sauna and Polar Dry Plunge, both designed to reduce muscle soreness and relieve tension. Reset, rebound, and recover your muscles so you can do it all again tomorrow.
You gotta try this.
Join Planet Fitness today and get your first month free for just $1 down, $24.99 a month, no commitment. Deal ends March 13th.
New Black Card Spa amenities. Even stronger value.
And we're back here for the bottom of the 6th after that big defensive play by Max Thrash to end the top half. He'll lead off the inning here, and he'll take a hack at the first one off the plate for a strike. Off the arm of Seth Lanson. A couple of updates here. We still got a 4-2 ball game. Harris County leading Central Carrollton in the 6th inning up in Carrollton. And that one over the outside corner. Now Thrash in the hole, 0-2. And then just finishing up, Jordan takes down Hardaway 11-1 with the mercy rule through 6. High outside on the waist pitch, and it's now a 1-2 count to the Northside shortstop, who started off the game at third base. And he'll watch that one for ball 2, and that'll even things up 2-2. So the 2-2 pitch upcoming here with nobody on, nobody out to start off the 6th inning. And that was going to be poked out towards second base. Getting in behind it is Mothershed. Makes a throw over to first for the out, and that'll be a 4-3 put out to start things off. 1 down in the bottom of the 6th. Now to bring up Jay Sheehan. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Reached on an error in the 2nd. And reached on a walk in the 4th. Stranded both times on base. As both Northside runs came in the 1st inning. And Sheehan steps back to the box here. Nobody on, 1 down. Outside for the ball, and it's 1-0. And he'll lay that one down the third base line. Coming in to get it is Rain. The throw across And he's going to get him off the bag, but he's going to say his toe stayed on long enough and maintain control did Mattingly. Way to use that tall body and keep the length out there and keep that foot on the bag for the 5-3 put out. So now we've got nobody on 2 down here in the 6th. Noah Thomason stepping up to the plate, 0 for 2 in the ball game as he struck out in the 2nd. Flew out to center in the 4th. And he's going to chop that one over towards 3rd. Rain comes up with it, makes the throw across, and it's going to be off the glove of Mattingly. Looks like he may have lost that one. You call some kind of look for it, not knowing where it went. So that time Thomason will reach on the E3. That's a 2nd error of the ball game for Starr's Mill. And that'll bring us to the 9-hole hitter with 1 on and 2 outs. And Brody Tathel stepped in, 0 for 2 in the ball game, pop up to 3rd, and a strikeout swinging in the 4th. Looking to continue the inning here and get back to the top of the order for Northside, see if they can maybe get an insurance run or 2 on the board. Here with Starr's Mill getting ready to come up in the top half of the 7th. 0-1 count to Taft. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and now he's deep in the hole, 0-2. So far, Northside held to just 6 hits for the ball game, 3 of those hits coming in the 1st inning. Swing and a miss, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and he goes down swinging for another strikeout to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left on base for Northside. 3 outs to go to try and get the win here in the 7th inning as Starr's Mill gets ready to come to the plate. It's 2-1 Patriots on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
And we're back here for the top of the 7th. Starr's Mill down to their last 3 outs. Northside with a 2-1 lead, scoring 2 in the bottom half of the 1st. Goose eggs across the board since then. Starr's Mill able to score in the top half of the 5th after the leadoff man reached on an error. And now we'll get ready for Atlee Schwarzrock to lead things off. The shortstop, 6, 7, 8 in the lineup, due up for Starr's Mill with Chris Biggs trying to slam the door shut here on any kind of comeback by the Panthers. Northside looking to get the win here and improve to 10-2 in the region. That one over the plate for a strike in is 0-1. Schwarzrock 0 for 2 on the day, with a fly out to center field and hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice to end the 4th inning. In the dirt, and that'll leave the count up 1-1. Lanson doing a great job in relief for Starr's Mill, going 2 2/3 innings of 2-hit ball, giving up no runs and striking out 4 while walking none as well. Coming in relief of Parker Williams. And that one on the outside corner for a strike and is now 1-2. And from the stretch here, the 1-2 pitch from Chris Biggs. Gets him swinging as that one goes out to center field. Taft under it. And he'll make the grab for the first out of the 7th inning. And that'll bring up number 2, Ware Maddox. He'll be pinch hitting for John Mattingly.
for Starr's Mill. Where?
And nobody on, one down here in the 7th. First pitch, strike on the inside corner from Biggs, and it's an 0-1 count. Maddox at the plate here, pinch hitting for John Mattingly. Tip off the body of Noah Fair. And now Chris Biggs is way ahead in the count, 0-2 with nobody on and one out. Just off the plate that time with the waste pitch. Couldn't get Maddox to chase it. And it's now 1-2. On the outside corner, he gets him looking and sets him down for the second out.
That's another call for strikeout. Everybody say Butterburger.
And somehow here now, John Mattingly is actually stepping up to the plate, even though just lastly was Maddox Ware. Instead of Brisky at the plate, now it's Mattingly. And he'll take the first pitch for a strike from Biggs. It's 0-1. On the outside corner, and Biggs now just one strike away from Northside taking game 3 of the series here. 0-2 pitch, 2 down in the 7th. Doesn't get him to chase that one, and Mattingly watches it cross for another ball in this 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 3, and that gives Northside the win as they take the 2-1 victory here in game 3 of the series, and they move to 10-2 in the region. Starr's Mill falls to 16-4 overall, 11-1 in the region. Northside 16-5, 10-2 in the region as they get the big win here. And with a couple of plays out in the field and at the plate, who else to give the All-State, Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, the number 8, Harrison Cerna. He'll get the player of the game as he went 2 for 3 at the plate with a couple of masterful plays out at the field, playing second base for the Patriots today, effectively ending any kind of threat in the first inning by Starr's Mill as they had runners at second and third with nobody out. Cerna able to get the unassisted double play to stop the threat. And so our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, Harrison Cerna, the second baseman for Northside, as they take the victory here, as we look forward to more baseball coming up next week, as Northside will take on Glenwood at home in a non-region matchup before they get ready to take on the next region schedule at the end of the week. And with that, Ricky Rogers with me here doing the producing and the PA, a little double duty for him, and I'm Mike Frost, and we'll see you next